I myself was a young pastor from the time I was 18 to 25 at a Baptist church. During this time, I believed with all of my heart that if more pastors taught fearlessly from the pulpit, that not only the church congregation would start changing, but the outside people in the world would also hear the truth from those changed people in church, and the world would start to change. I know this today to be a lie. The people who are standing behind the pulpit, they are hirelings. They are hired by that church organization, and they can only preach and will only teach the amount of truth that congregation allows them to. Jesus called me out of the church system, and he told me to preach the gospel for free of any charge, not as the hirelings. You see, the pastors in the churches are preaching as a hireling. They're preaching for money or for respect from men. But if you want to preach the truth, you can't do it as a hireling. You can't do it from a pulpit in a church. And that is because if you preach the truth there, they will no longer pay you. They no longer will allow you to stand on that pulpit. They will actually pay you to not ever come to their church again. This is what happened to me. And Jesus called me then to go out and preach the gospel free of charge, not as the hirelings. If you want to see the gospel of Jesus Christ go into all of the world, then you better reevaluate how you're going to do that. Because it's not from the hireling's mouth that the truth will go forth, but it is by the men and women of God who submit themselves to the power of the Holy Spirit, and who fear God and who do not fear men. If you stop fearing men, you won't be allowed in the churches. They will fire you. You won't be paid, and you will not be respected. Are you ready to stop being a hireling and to start living for Jesus fearlessly of men and with the fear of God in you? Or are you still a hireling? May the grace of Jesus be with you.